Why, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of ManniCraft with Black Dog Z. Alright, so today we're going to continue working on our power armor. Now, the work that we had done, I actually ended up taking it apart, and I'll show you why. So, we had worked on getting these advanced batteries. Except I realized advanced batteries are not what we want. So I uninstalled the advanced batteries, and I'm going to install elite batteries. Okay? So now, there are a few items I want to go over here. So we're just going to go over here. And the first thing I'm going to show you is this. This is a recipe you're going to need a lot of. This is wiring. I probably went through 8 stacks of wiring. Okay? Now, as you can see, I've already pre-built all the stuff we're going to need to make things a little bit faster, or else this is going to take more than an episode, and I wanted to make sure we got it done. So I'm still going to show you the recipes, but I wanted you guys to see the wiring recipe because it's very, very important. The other thing that I wanted you guys to see was the solenoid recipe. 6 wires, 3 iron for a single solenoid. So that takes up quite a bit of your wiring. And these ion thrusters aren't much better. So now let's take a look at the items. Right now we have 8 force field emitters. If I actually just hit R on those, you'll see they're made by 4 ender pearls and 5 solenoids. You can also use this recipe if you're not using this system, but I don't see why you would ever want to use this recipe. This is the industrial craft, and this is, I believe, the thermal expansion. I don't know. Then we have the ion thrusters. Oops. The ion thrusters, if I hit R on those, require 2 solenoids, 2 force field emitters, iron ingots, and glowstone. So you've actually got to build 16 of these force field emitters if you want it for every single piece, because you're also going to want the ion thrusters for your jetpack. Unless you decide to go with the jet boots, then you only need 2 of them, saves you some materials, but you can't carry as much weight. Hologram emitters. Very simple, just a couple of different colored dyes, glass, and a wire. Those didn't take up very much at all. HV capacitors are just 2 wires, ender pearl, glass, and glowstone. Servo motors. Now remember, there's 14 of these here. Each one of them takes up 2 solenoids, a wiring, and an iron ingot. And then there's the control circuits, which I don't believe I've shown yet, which are 2 wiring, 2 redstone, 2 cactus green, 2 gold, and a glowstone. So as you can see, there's a lot of work involved here. But I do believe I have everything I need to get what we want installed. So now I'm going to show you how we put this together. So we go in here and we go head first of all. Now, there are a couple things that we're going to want for the head. We're going to, first of all, want an elite battery. Okay? We're going to want to put that elite battery to max size. Yes, it's going to increase the weight to 10 kilograms, but gives us the maximum amount of energy. Now, you don't necessarily need to put it there, but I'm a big fan of putting the battery in the head. I'm also a big fan of maxing it out. Next, we're going to want a solar generator. So now what this is going to do is it's going to create daytime solar generation, 100. Nighttime solar generation of 10. So it's going to help generate electricity to keep my batteries charged. Now, I love that fact. I'm also going to put on night vision here. And night vision just allows me to see at night, just a control circuit, hologram emitter, real simple. I'm going to put on a water electrolyzer. It's just an LV capacitor. There we go. And basically it just allows me to electrolyze water so that I can breathe from it. Okay, next we want the energy emitters. And we want to max those out because we want the strongest armor possible, right? So now we have a couple of different choices in cosmetics. We don't have to do anything. We can leave the armor as is, but I prefer to go transparent armor, and the reason for that is because I really don't like the look of the armor, and that way you guys can, everyone can see my skin and know who I am. So there we go. I've installed transparent armor on the helmet. So now we're going to go to the power torso. Now the power torso, we're going to install the energy shield, and again, we're going to max that out for 6 points. We're going to install jetpack, and I don't know if we'll max it out. We'll leave it maxed out for now, but I might turn that down. And then transparent armor. Alright. So now we go to the boots. The boots, we got to install the energy shield as well. Max points. And we're going to install a shock absorber. In the shock absorber, you want 100% damage distance reduction. So basically, no matter how far you fall from, you're not going to take any damage, because these jetpacks are not exactly the easiest to run. So you're going to want to make sure that you have these shock absorbers so that you know exactly how far you have. So now we're in the legs. Now the legs is where I like to install the other elite battery. So yes, 2 batteries, because you're going to want to keep that charge. This is going to give you a total of 10 MJ, and we're also going to install the kinetic generator. And we're going to max that sucker out. And basically what that does is that's going to allow us to basically generate more electricity on top of our solar. So we're going to be generating a fair amount of electricity. So now I'm going to install that. That's our armor. Again, maxed out. We want max armor across the line, and that way we'll be able to take on anything. Now we're going to install sprint assist. Now, I am very odd when it comes to this. My compensation gets maxed out. Okay. The power for walking, is this walking or running? This is sprint speed, gets maxed out. But my walking assist I actually only set to about 150. The reason for that is because I don't know if you've ever walked at max speed, but man, does it ever go. And it's tough to control where you're going. You get to the point where just walking around, the world is not loading fast enough. So I've decided that I'm not going to put on full walk assist, but I will have full run. So we're also going to install full jump assist. Now, I prefer to max that baby out. I like 100% jump exhaustion compensation. I want to be able to jump 5 blocks, not a problem. Now, I don't bother with swim boost, although you could with an ion thruster and a solenoid. I really don't see the point. I don't spend very much time in water, and I can breathe underwater anyway. So, uphill step assist, kind of nice to have. Something you can turn on and off if you want. And then you can install, finally, the transparent armor. So now, if I take a look here in my inventory, I should have nothing left. Perfect. Absolutely nothing. Means I didn't forget anything. I had exactly what I needed. So let's go ahead and put this armor on. So now this is going to make a little bit of a difference. First of all, everything's just a little bit brighter, as you can see. Also, up in the top, you'll see that I have a 1.51 megajoule charge out of 10 megajoules. Now, in theory, I should probably take this thing downstairs and charge it up. But, as you will soon to see here, just by walking around outside, even though it's nighttime, I am going to gain energy. Alright, so that crash took a while to get resolved, but we're all resolved. Alright. You'll see here I'm on top of the tree, and I can fly. So the best part about this armor is pretty powerful. So I'm just going to go to the Nether here. I'm going to show you guys the power of this armor. This armor is actually almost a little OP, so I don't know how much we'll be using it. I know a couple people have already made it, and I'm thinking it's just a little overpowered, but hey, that's how it goes sometimes. You keep shooting at me. So there should be a blaze spawner up here, so let's go and take a look at it. So we're just going to wait for some blazes to spawn, and I'm just going to stand here. So as you can see, not a problem. So before, when I was having problems with my nano armor, which is nano armor, which is equivalent to iron armor, this is a lot more powerful. And it's actually to the point where if you would much rather wear a regular jetpack, you still can, or a lap pack or anything like that. Like, I just took my main body armor off, and still not a problem. Now, when taking on the Hydra or the Ender Dragon or things like that, I recommend you wear all the pieces of armor, but for things like Blaze and your regular guys, come on. As you can see, not an issue. And then, of course, if you do get low on health, all you need to do is just put this back on. And you will recover faster than it can damage you. I'm standing in lava. Probably take about 10 minutes for the lava to kill me. Eventually, of course, I will run out of power if I just stand there. So as you can see, the new armor is pretty good. Alright, let's head back. Now, I happen to notice that Dawn was on. So if you take a look, there's Dawn. So why don't we go ahead and bring up TeamSpeak here and see if he's available there. Because I have not connected to the TeamSpeak server.
Connected.
Doesn't appear that he is on the TeamSpeak server right now. Now this is another issue. You might have noticed it's been raining a lot here and thunderstorming a lot. I don't know how much has been recorded, but Tint's been working on magic through Thaumcraft, and he hasn't been doing it quite right, and causing some issues. The atmosphere and a lot of wisps. So we're just gonna head back here. We're going to punch Dawn. And so Dawn actually built this, which I'm quite happy with, because I've been meaning to build another one of these assembly tables.
User entered your channel.
And yeah, use that for making all sorts of neat builds. Well, since I'm here, I might as well show you guys the new chicken farm we built. So, last night, Dawn tells me that he needs chickens, and lots of them. So I went, and I was taking a look around. And if you take a look, we have a chicken farm. And overnight, this chicken farm has actually managed to produce hundreds of chickens. And how that works is up here, we have about 40 chickens in the water, and dispensers. So what I can do is, what I've been doing is just filling these dispensers with eggs. And then you can manually fire this off, and it will create new chickens. This is actually the reason that we've been experiencing lag, is just because we have so many chickens right now, it's getting ridiculous. Hey Dawn, how's it going?
Going good. How about you?
Not bad, not bad. So have you come take a look at the chicken farm yet this morning?
No, I just now got on.
Remember how you completely emptied it out?
Yep.
It's full again. You killing my chickens?
I accidentally blew some wire up.
Oh, you're lucky I have some extra wire. So I'm actually going to kill these guys off, and can stop them pretty much. How you do that is you just jump in here. Probably the easiest way. There we go. That'll stop them from producing chickens. There seems to be some chicken in here. So as you can see, basically these things just fire, hit the wall, and chickens drop down. Lots of chickens. Sorry about that. Chickens make me sneeze. And you can gain levels by killing chickens, or you can, we've been using them to actually build chicken farms, and then turn them into other things. Something new that we learned was, if you kill chickens, and you make basically a chicken soul shard, you can use you can combine them with other soul shards, and you can pretty much make whatever soul shard you want. And this is the fastest way to get animals. Just chickens. As you can see, hunger is no longer an issue because my armor regenerates me faster than it can hurt me. Now the downside here is that I am using a magic sword. Alright. All the chickens are dead. I need to go get some food. Yeah, hunger is no longer a large issue just because of the fact that we have pretty much regeneration is perfect, so it's always speeding regeneration. You never have to worry about it. It's just kind of annoying, really. Now, of course, Don already has the same armor that I'm wearing. He's built his a little bit differently, correct, Don?
Yes.
Alright. So we are good to go as far as the armor goes. Don, we still got like 10 minutes left in the episode. What do you want to do?
Oh, right now I'm trying to get a centrifuge built so we can get some of these rubber woods done up so we can have a rubber back.
Ah, a centrifuge. Alright. Well, that's probably a great idea.
Yeah, that and an implosion machine.
An implosion compressor. Now, Don's been working on the machines and things, trying to keep them up and running, getting more and more stuff going. Mostly I've been working on gardening. And if you come in here, you see here our ThomCraft stuff is here. We haven't really done anything with it. I'm hoping next episode we'll be doing a full episode of ThomCraft. But let's go take a look at our new farm. I've made some changes to it. So if you come out here, you'll see that it's mostly pumpkins now. Pumpkins and melon. I'm not going to do anything with that at this point, but it is something to look for in the future because we'll be working on that constantly. I do plan on automating that farm, I just haven't had a chance to do so. Let's go take a look at how our boiler is doing here. Nice. So our boiler appears to be keeping up, not a problem. I'm actually just going to take some of this coal and transfer it over to this one. Just so we can get better production for our coal.
This power you've got up here is 32, isn't it?
No, it's 128, so careful there. I think.
No, this one is the low.
West, it's actually 8 EU a tick, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is low voltage. Sorry,
is 13.
originally it was coming out of the MFE, which means it would be 128, but right now it's not. I still recommend, when possible, like, prepare for 128.
So we need to move this over and get another upgrade for this centrifuge.
Yes. I don't know, do those centrifuges accept upgrades? I don't think they do. And you probably shouldn't have done that.
I got a wrench.
Oh, do you have the electric wrench?
Yeah, it's up here on the tool shelf.
Nice. So we'll let that just continue to produce. And so what we've done is, these are the changes we made to the boiler. I've upgraded the chests so they hold more coal. And I've actually put a chest, because for some reason this system kept getting jammed. So we actually put a chest right here to keep that from happening. If for some reason there's something that can't go in any of the managers and somehow makes it into this system, it'll automatically go to this diamond chest, allowing things to keep running. How much dirt do we have? Oh, we got a few still. Alright. So that's all that's for. Of course, we also have these barrels that you saw me install last time, just to make sure that, you know, that chest stays empty. It's got the sand and the sapperlings. And that's going to keep us full on power as long as we keep an eye on it. And I know both me and Dawn have been keeping an eye on it. Take a look here. Matter fabricator, work in progress. Looks like Dawn's made some energy flow circuits, some teleporters. Now he's just working on the center portion. This part here, he needs an explosion compressor in order to compress that, so that he can keep going on the matter fabricator. I don't know how much we'll be using the matter fabricator. We've already got pretty much all the stuff we need, but we do need the iridium so that we can make other items, like I still want to have a gravity suit at some point. In here, you'll notice that we have both a witch spawner and another spawner back here. Let me just go over to this side. It looks like a skeleton. Now, although it looks like a skeleton, it's not actually a skeleton. Let me show you guys. I don't even think Dawn has seen this run yet.
No, I haven't.
Is that the right one? Nope. That's the right one. As you can see, it's wither skeletons. Now the downside here is, if we use this system and just drop the wither skeletons to their doom, we don't get skulls. We actually do have to manually kill them. So there's another section that has to be done down here. We actually have a spot here, and it's been blocked by walls, but if you look carefully, when I jump up, there's a gap in there. And basically what it is we can actually have them so they drop down into this section, and we might have to do that, just so they don't die, and then we'll manually kill them. But for now, it's just auto-killing, gets us plenty of bones, plenty of coal, and, yeah, we'll basically just help feed our system even more. Look at them go! But that is all set up and ready to go, and then whenever we get 2 more spawners, they're already pre-set up. So we have this button here, this one here activates the wither skeletons, the same button to activate the witches as before. So you still get witches. You can activate them both at once if you want. Look at that go.
Oh, that's pretty.
And of course you can turn them off. And we do have another switch here and another switch here that are not currently being used. But I think we need an audience. Alright, and there we go. We have an audience. Yay! Now you have people to watch you work, Dawn. We'll just ignore the fact that they want to kill you. Now, when I was working on this and getting it up and running, I didn't pay attention. I think I accidentally left the door open. And this caused some issues because bad guys were getting in here and I had to kill them all. It was kind of funny, actually.
You dare me?
I dare you to walk in there. Go on. Let's go watch Don fight. So now, as you can see, he's wearing the OP armor, and he still died.
I didn't have my chest plate on.
Oh, that was a bad idea.
I'm full of them.
And yeah, that wither skeleton's now wearing your armor, your jetpack, and he's carrying your sword. Oh, let's hope that puts it back in the system.
It should.
Might take a few moments to get there.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny.
Yeah, if I'd have been thinking, I'd have put my chest plate on before I jumped in there.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage, especially with wither and the poison, and I know I wouldn't do something like that. Oh yeah, your sword did come back. Sword of the Zephyr with just Junction 3, Vorpal 2, Repair 2. So Don is wearing pretty much the same armor as me. I think the only difference between mine and Don's armor is I went for the jetpack and he went for the jet boots. Is that correct, Don?
Yes.
And the reason for that is because he likes the old school jetpack. So do I. But I can't figure out what happened to mine. It appears to have disappeared. Now, because I have this jetpack, I haven't bothered getting it back because there has been a couple of glitches that have happened on the server where stuff has just randomly disappeared. Which is not good, but we're looking into it to figure out what's causing it. We believe it might actually be a client issue. If you don't log out with an empty hand, sometimes it drops what you're holding. Which, you know, if somebody else is around to grab it, that's perfectly fine. But if no one else is around to grab it, you lose it. Alright, everybody. Well, I think I'm going to call it an episode here. This is approximately 30 minutes. And I hope you enjoy all the new stuff on the server. And next time, I think we're going to go adventuring in the forest because we have all this OP equipment. And I think we're ready to do some fighting. What do you think, Don?
I'm all for it.
Alrighty. So, see you later.